sweet treats. Welcome back to Music Theory. This is chapter 1. We're going to bifurcate this by the chapters in my book that I've written. Books, plural, we'll get there because they're already written and maybe it'll make it easier for you to follow along if you're doing this with either. Chapter 1 is about notes and the musical alphabet. So we're going to start right there with the notes and the musical alphabet. Okay? So, notes. Whenever you hear sounds, right? Let's imagine we could squish a sound down to the smallest thing you hear, like I don't know, doom. Just one single tone or frequency, or we also call these notes, right? For example, da, that's C major. It's just one note, right? Well, I said C major. Sorry, my brain is ahead of us. Just one note, C. Cool. And I'm calling it a C because that's the note I'm playing on the piano, and the notes are also associated with letters in an alphabet. And the alphabet is exactly like the one that you already use, which is why it's so silly that people panic about music theory, because you're already using it all the time. You already know half of the jargon, and people just taught it to you poorly. Anyways, the alphabet goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Whoa. Halt, stop, pass ye not. When you get to G, I need you to just stop. And then I need you to start over. Like, continue on from there with no break. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Forever. Forever. That's it. That's literally, guys. That's it. I waited for it to focus. That's it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, so all you have to do is, on whatever instrument you're playing, figure out where A is. It repeats forever. On a piano, I'm actually going to have you start on a C, because it's very easy to find where C is on the piano, because there are, you'll notice when you view your keyboard or your piano, right? It's a bunch of white notes and then a bunch of black notes. And the black notes are in groups of 2 and 3, right? And C, the note I told you I'm going to have you look for, is the white note that is right in front of the grouping of 2 black notes. Perhaps I will put a visual up at this time. Future me, don't be lazy. Just do it. Just put it around here. Just. Okay, we'll do it. I bet. Listen, future me is great, so we're going to assume she did it. So, that's C. Now, if you just keep C, D, E, only on the white notes. Leave the black notes alone right now. We're not going to worry about those right now. We'll worry about those later, but don't worry about them right now, right? C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. It's going to be on the next series of 2 black notes. You're going to like the way you look, I guarantee it, like we're Men's Warehouse in the 90s, guys. If you can just remember that it's not harder than what I'm explaining. I promise. I'm not trying to trick you. That's it. Notes are tones at their most base forms, and we can refer to them as letters so that we can both dictate to other musicians what we want to play, and also because it just makes shit easier, right? Like, we have a map. The map has to make some kind of sense. There has to be a key, right? There has to be a legend of sorts. We have to be able to understand how we are moving around our instrument so that we can do it better. But that's it. That is how we are worried about the language of music, okay? You're doing so great. I'll see you next time for chapter 2, I promise. We're going to talk about some really cool stuff, because all the stuff we talk about is really cool.